here it finally comes. The National Afcon Coordinating Committee formally unveils the Nations Cup campaign, launching preparations ahead of the tournament in Côte d'Ivoire. With less than 40 days to the start of the 34th edition of the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations, members of the National Coordinating Committee informed the media on financial, technical and logistical preparations for the Scorpions' second Afcon appearance. The committee first press conference revealed that a budget of $388 million dalasi is needed for the Gambia's participation. Musasi said the head of the Marketing and Publicity Committee said the revised budget is for the entire tournament.
We have a budget right now which is almost $388 million dalasis. Revised. A revised budget which everyone associated with it have worked thoroughly. The Finance Committee, Madam Julia Cisse from the Finance Ministry heads that committee. We are able to sit with the Federation officials to work this thing out. That amount is to see us to the finals the day we're lifting the cup. If we fail to go that far, how much are we talking about? So I know some of us went afar with foul, how much, is 400 million. But let's be honest, 400 million is nothing to winning an Afcon.
The National Coordinating Committee, or the NCC, is now faced with the huge task of raising the amount before the tournament, which requires open and aggressive marketing to mobilize much-needed resources. To do this, the NCC is planning on staging a series of fundraising events to tap funds. The Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Ndeye Marinjai, said government will ensure smooth preparations and participation for the national team, but equally call on Gambians, especially the corporate sector, to support this drive.
During the last Afcon, when it was so tough, at the 11th hour, government came in through the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Bulk of the resources usually are provided by government, and we are more than ready and more than committed to provide the resources. This is not about anybody, it's about the government, the people of the Gambia. And sports is by no means very cheap. We are anticipating and we have our plans in place, and we make sure that we provide what is needed.
The president of the Gambia Football Federation, Lamin Kababajo, appealed to the general public to join the crusade and support the Scorpions to make the Gambia proud at the continental showpiece.
We appreciate government support, the mega resources that they're able to, deny other sectors and put into football and other sports. But we also want to assure the government and also the citizens who own those funds that these monies are not going into vain. Sports and football is no longer fun and just physical fitness. It's a very big business industry now. Therefore, any dime or bottle that we took from the government, the public's coffers, put it into football or into this particular venture is worth the while.
On the technical preparations, the Scorpions are scheduled for a pre-tournament camp in Saudi Arabia before their second outing on the continent's biggest footballing stage.
We have decided to have 2 training camps starting from the 27th of December to go to Saudi, then end up in Morocco, and then come to the Gambia. Maybe the 6th or the 7th to the Gambia, go to the president, take the Gambian flag, and we might have a surprise which we are discussing for the Gambian population, for the boys, that will come up later before we travel to the Afcon.
The Gambia will be based in the Ivorian city of Yamoussoukro for their group games against defending champions Senegal, 5 times African champions Cameroon, and Guinea-Conakry. The main focus now for the National Coordinating Committee is to raise the $388 million budget. M.S Jallow, GRTS Sports.